Hello and welcome back to another exclusive episode of the Zamboni Zone. I'm your host, the Goose, and I'm here with LQ.
Was that a pre-recorded message there? Because it really sounded like it.
Well, Q, you've done enough of these shows now that you should know that once you do a few, you start to get good at certain things.
Start to get bland.
No. Well, sorry we haven't been on the web here in a while. We've been a little busy doing a lot of traveling, and I'll definitely get a video about that up in a little bit. We're going to have a little part 2 of the Cleveland journey that we did before, and if you haven't seen that yet, make sure you check out part 1. That was, it was called Finding Blatt's Beer, A Blatt's Story. So, if you haven't seen that yet, check that out, because there's going to be a part 2 coming up soon. In the meantime, we've had a lot of games played. Round 1 completely done. Round 2 almost done here. Every team has a 3-1 lead at this point. We got the Tampa Bay Lightning leading Boston 3-1. We have Philadelphia down 3-1 to the Islanders. That's a big surprise there. We have the Avs down 3-1, unfortunately, to those ghastly Stars. Absolutely hate them. Vancouver down 3-1. Vancouver to the Golden Knights. Well, we'll start there. We'll start with the Golden Knights, Vancouver. Golden Knights, very heavily favored on paper. I really expected them to come out and win this easy, but they did manage to lose one game, and they've had a lot of close games up to this point. Robin Lehner playing excellently. 2 shutouts, I believe, in this series already.
Oh, you hate to hear that as a Buffalo fan.
You know, we haven't had a chance to mention the Blues yet. I don't know if I'd call it fortunate or unfortunate, but
I love this.
They are out, eliminated by the Canucks.
Vancouver is now one of my new favorite teams, just because they really did their job. They went into these playoffs. They beat the Wild right away. Took that crap team out. They took the Blues, put them in the trash, and then here they are, losing to the Golden Knights just as I wanted. They're doing their job.
So big shout out to the K-Man there. He's a big Blues fan, but I heard 20% of the Blues actually had COVID before they joined the bubble, so that's maybe that impacted the way they were able to train. That's what the coach seemed to think. So
their lungs got weakened by the virus, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but either way, it's unfortunate. But they're gone. So moving on, Golden Knights doing well, and they might be able to finish off that series pretty soon.
I mean, the Golden Knights are just an offensive powerhouse. They're just a speed team all around. When they got drafted, there was just great job in the coaching district up there, and I think they're really good contender for the Cup.
All right, let's go on to the Bruins and the Lightning. Lightning surprisingly haven't choked yet. I know this guy said a few weeks ago, if you have the Lightning in our bracket, don't pick the Lightning because they're not winning the Cup.
No. I said if you put the Lightning winning the Cup, don't make a bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of funny because I own the Lightning in one of our brackets that we made.
Well, nonetheless, they are.
Don't worry, though.
They are up 3-1.
Well, that was the perfect time for them to choke.
They're up 3-1 here. Call this? And it's not looking good for the Bruins.
No, but the Bruins haven't looked good since the start of the season, or this season, COVID season.
I'm pretty sure they finished almost first, if not first, in the entire league. So
but
do not know what you're talking about.
They still did not look like the Bruins that we knew before.
Well, yes, obviously in the round robin they did not win a single game. So
that's what I meant. The round robin.
Yeah.
They started out just not firing the same.
See, now here I thought you were saying they were not good in the regular season.
Oh no. Round robin.
Can't say that.
From the COVID season.
All right, moving on. Flyers, Islanders. Philadelphia, I was hoping you'd win, as you can tell by the multiple Flyer jerseys behind us, but alas, they are going to have to climb an uphill battle here, real uphill battle, down 3-1, climb out of a hole here that they've dug for themselves. I really am disappointed with them because I think they can do better. I just don't think they're performing up to their full potential, and I don't know if that stems from work ethic or what, but just every round. They start out round robin, they look like the fierce competitor. Then first round, they look okay. Now this round, they've just looked pretty bad. So I was going to say
they look like the opposite of the Bruins. They started out amazing. They weren't stellar in the regular season. They were good, no doubt, but They came out of into the round robin, and they were just firing on all cylinders. But it looks like that sort of died, and maybe the Islanders should have been your sleeper pick. So,
perhaps I did think about picking them in some of the brackets, but unfortunately I didn't. So, my old man's probably going to win with the Islanders here if we're not careful.
Yeah, I mean better than Dallas.
Oh God, he also has Dallas though. Same guy.
If he has both teams in the finals,
he picked last too.
Nightmare.
He
versus
picked
Dallas,
last.
isn't that?
He had the last draft picks, and he still got both Dallas and the Islanders.
So you've seen.
So shout out to Mr. Stu there. He did some great drafting with his 3 out of 4 picks. The only team he didn't pick was the Canucks. He got to pick from the Canucks, Habs, Islanders, and Stars, and he picked everyone but the Canucks, who you now have because your 3 teams got eliminated. So you got
I picked well.
the pity team. Whoever gets eliminated first gets the remainder because there's 5 of us drafting and there's 16 teams, so there's 1 extra.
Anyways, back to the matchups.
Yes, what is the last one? Of course, Colorado. I am going to be voting for the Avs for the remainder of the playoffs since the unfortunate occurrence of the Stars eliminating my favorite Flames, and
They're taking out all your big guys.
now the Stars are now up 3-1 on the Avs. So honestly, if the remaining 4 teams that are in right now stay in, all the 3-1 teams that are up 3-1 win, and those 4 teams, which is the Islanders, the Lightning, the Golden Knights, and the Stars. I have to say I'd probably vote for the Golden Knights first.
Yeah.
Then the Islanders, then the Lightning, and then obviously I'm never going to vote for the Stars. Even if they were the last team remaining, I would just be swearing at them at the TV, and it would not be good. So I'm never going to vote for them because they are trash, and normally I talk pretty unbiasedly about them. They are a very, talented team, and I could see them winning easily, but I sure hope they don't because I just absolutely hate them. Dirty team, cheated in '99. They eliminated some of my favorite teams this year, and they just suck so much.
The hatred is coming back. Hatred for Dallas. I mean, it never left.
I always hated them, but they're just really twisting the knife there.
They're just adding wood on the fire.
Did we get them all?
Yeah.
We got Lightning, Bruins. We got Flyers, Islanders, Golden Knights, Canucks, and of course. What was it? Avs, Stars. It's too close to home. I just goes over my head once in a while.
Avs, Stars is too close to home. A little, kind of far
Big
away.
Avs fan. I think out of
Kinda
all the
far away.
NHL teams, they are my 7th favorite team, maybe 8th. I have a list. We will go through that list at some point, and I will rank each team in order of my least favorite to favorite. Obviously, there's a few that are obvious, like the Stars and the Sabres up top, and the Flames up top. But
Sabres.
nonetheless, there will be some surprises in there probably for you. Any topics you'd like to talk about from the surprises from the second round here?
Let's see, what's happened in the first round? Did we cover the first round, like the ending of it?
We can talk about the ending of the first round a little bit. So the Blues, obviously we already just mentioned, they were eliminated by the Canucks in surprising fashion. Defending Stanley Cup champion, no longer in.
I was really surprised that Columbus didn't take it for the second time. Lightning got their crap together,
Yeah, Columbus, they just couldn't finish off that series. They were in it. They think it was 2-2 at one point, maybe 2-1. I don't remember exactly, but it doesn't matter. Nonetheless, they won a game at least, but they couldn't win the series. Coyotes, real disappointment. Heartbreaking loss to the Avs. But
I wish the Avs performed against the Stars like they did against the Coyotes.
Well, the problem is I believe that since the Avs were so heavily outmatched for the Coyotes, it got them to be a little complacent when they came to the Stars. They thought they were going to win a little easier than they did. And
I think they just got more accustomed to playing against.
They came in here and they just absolutely did not win. They're not good, not good right now. Hopefully the Avs will be able to make a comeback though. Who else got eliminated in that first round? Bruins played the Hurricanes. Hurricanes gone.
Hurricanes were a good team. bad matchup. I mean,
Well,
if they were playing the Yotes, they would have been, they would have probably been in too.
they just couldn't keep up. I mean, it happens.
Bruins are a tough team.
And the Lightning, did they play anyone? No, they were on a bye week. Flyers on a bye week. Bruins bye week. So I think that's pretty much all.
Didn't
the
Montreal
surprises. Montreal did face the
Carolina?
Flyers. They played Philadelphia.
Oh no, it's the first.
Carter Hart versus Carey Price. Good matchup there. Carter Hart, Carey Price was his childhood idol, so interesting to see. I mean, Carey Price wished him well on the line, said, "Go get this thing," gave him some motivation. But
I'm got a bye week.
he's had a tough time here. They got a bye week in the original round, not the first round.
Well, no, I'm talking about the first round.
Oh, I'm just saying.
Well, who did the Lightning face in the first
Well,
round?
in the first round, the Lightning faced
Columbus.
We already discussed that. Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vegas, Chicago.
That one, I was really hoping for Chicago to maybe do something.
Didn't really want Chicago to do anything here, though, but
I didn't really, but
they did.
I just feel like Chicago
they did their
was
part.
Good...
They eliminated the Oilers.
Yeah. And
just embarrassed them once again. I mean, all these Oilers fans probably think they're better than the Sabres here, and they got McDavid, and yeah, they make the playoffs, sure, but what do they do with it? They just do absolutely nothing. Similar to the Leafs, the Leafs just embarrass themselves this year again. But
well, that's what they do.
That's what
It's
they do.
what they do.
Sorry, Leafs fans, but
I saw an Instagram post. They have 2 or 3 players over 13 million contracts.
Mm-hmm.
No other team right now in the playoffs have a player with that much money.
Yep. And
money can't buy you happiness.
How's it working out for them? Not well.
Yeah, money can't buy you
So
happiness.
sorry, Leafs fans. A lot of respect for your passion for the game, but your team is just not good, and they just choke in every big moment, and it's really kind of upsetting.
Yeah, I'm not that upset.
Pretty upset.
Hey, they get to watch the playoff. They get to watch playoff hockey for a whole 3 games.
Well, the one good thing about this is, though, I thought the Leafs fans, had they won that series against, who were they even playing, Columbus? Had they won that series against Columbus, they were going to come out here and be like, oh, we won a series finally for the first time since 2004. But then you look at it, and it's like, it's not even really a playoff series. It's a play-in series, so it's kind of a, technicality.
Yeah, they don't even get that gray area.
I mean, at least the Coyotes can say they made the playoffs, because they technically did, which ends their drought streak, but
didn't they make the playoffs
9 years ago?
They were close last year.
So really, it's just, I don't know. Darcy Kempfer, though, on that team, the Coyotes.
He's the whole team.
He just absolutely did everything he possibly could. He had the team on his back. He's going to have to go see a chiropractor after this, because he was just carrying them on his shoulders, and that's a lot of weight to carry.
You know who was underwhelming? Taylor Hall.
I don't know about that. I mean, he was okay. I didn't think he was
he's just not a star.
He wasn't up to his MVP caliber performance from the Devils, but he wasn't bad. He definitely gave that team a chance to win, but
yeah, but he's just
I heard the Oilers were gonna try and throw everything at him, try and get him back to Edmonton this offseason. So that might be something to look forward to.
Why don't they just reverse their trade they made? Because that would be even, right?
Reverse Larson for Hall. Too bad he's not even on that team anymore. So
is he even in the league?
Larson, yeah, probably. I don't know. I think he's still playing for the Oilers.
There you go.
They're gonna trade Larson to the Coyotes.
1 for 1.
Hall.
Yeah, 1 for 1.
I don't. Well, you'd have to give Hall back to the Devils, because they're the only team that would probably make that decision nowadays.
Yeah, Taylor Hall and PK Subban. What a great team that was.
Subban, what an overrated player. But we're not going to get into that. He's not in the playoffs. Shea Weber, though, was, and I still believe that Shea Weber was the better half of that trade.
Oh, yeah.
You can vouch for me. I've been saying that since the day he was traded. I was arguing with other fans, saying that Weber is just a leader. He's a better player, more solid, and Subban is definitely overrated. And no one agreed with me for some reason. But nonetheless, years later, Subban's an overrated player on a bad team, and Weber's team was in the playoffs this year, so who really made more of a difference?
Isn't PK Subban on the cover of NHL 2020?
One of those NHL games. It might be 19.
It's 19 or 20, and that's
comment down below which NHL game PK Subban is on the cover of. And on that absolute disaster, unless you have anything else to add, I think it's time to wrap this up.
You know, well, you watch those.
So who are you voting for the remainder of the playoffs?
I'm voting for. I did the exact same thing you did. If
Avs
the
fan?
3-1s, well, if the 3-1s turn out to happen.
Well, let's just say right now before that, and then you can go into that.
Well, I like the Avs. I don't know.
Well, who else would it be?
I mean, the Golden Knights, since I have them in one of my brackets, I'm a little biased. So I do like them. I mean, I'm a Vancouver fan all the way now. I
Alright, so
have
you're
to
a
be.
Canucks fan, but if they get
you better
eliminated...
get the K-Man in there, so I kick his ass.
I'll have you argue with K-Man on another series here. But you, Canucks fan, who else? If they get eliminated.
If the Canucks... I mean, I like the Golden Knights. I like the Bruins. I like the Bruins.
Golden
I've always liked
Knights,
the Bruins.
Bruins are getting eliminated. They're getting the boot. Golden Knights fan over here. Avs fan. You know, if the Avs get eliminated, I'm either an Islanders or Golden Knights. I can't decide.
I was big into the Golden Knights before they got drafted.
I don't really like either of those teams. So
they got drafted,
we'll
and
just
then
wrap this up then.
They started winning.
All right, that's enough of that.
Well, they started, and then they got to the finals, and I'm like, now I hate them. Now they shouldn't win.
Yeah, they had too much success too soon.
Didn't the Blues win instead of the Golden Knights?
No,
Capitals. Oh yeah.
This kid.
My ears get mixed up. You know, one day it turns into the next. Yeah.
All right. Well, stay tuned for our Cleveland journey, the part 2.
Let's go Caps.
And
What?
No. And make sure you subscribe and stay with us for some more hockey news.
I like the Bruins.
Golden
I've always liked
Knights,
the Bruins.
Bruins are getting eliminated. They're getting the boot. Golden Knights fan over here. Avs fan.